Right. That should be there. Don't know. All right. We've loaded in. Should be good. Go here. There is something that I want to check out though. What if it looked different? Banana. I guess it doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. Okay, cool. Righty. I don't know where I was here. Found it, don't worry. Get out of my way. Ooh, that could have been bad. Hey, let's be careful with that. Oh. Kind of a boring song, now that I'm thinking about it, but it is what it is. Can I see the progress of the carpets? Absolutely. So here we are. Everything fashion. What's up? We're doing all right today. This is where we are. We've put down. Let's see here. 121,000. So we have about 140,000 more to go. Something like that. So it's coming along. Slow, but it's coming. It's on its way. It's doing its thing. It's been very, very slow, but you know, I think I'm placing somewhere between 8 and like 10,000 carpet per hour. Maybe a little less, just kind of depending on how bad my hand cramps, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I haven't really played much since last Thursday, but it is what it is. I've played a little bit, you know what I mean? Been slow and steady. Goal is to, hopefully I can get some more done before Friday, July 4th. We'll see though, it just kind of depends on how busy life gets. Not that I'm super busy now that I'm thinking about it, but I am busy, so. But if I could get it done before then, that would be awesome. I highly doubt that, but you never know. Who freaking knows, man? Who freaking knows? Oh, my arm itches. My arm itches so bad. Oh, something that updated on my computer. I don't know what it is. I really need to update to Windows 11. I haven't done that yet. But I really don't want to have to back up my computer. But I really need to do that. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to back up everything that's important. It's like, well, I have a lot that's important. You know what I mean? So, like, what do we do? I don't know. I don't freaking know. My phone is going off, too. I haven't gotten any text for like the past 2 hours. And then I sit down, kick on the stream, and all of a sudden everyone wants to talk to me. I'm not saying I'm important or popular, because I'm not. I got a very small friend group, so probably why it's so confusing. Brad, what's up, dude? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I am oddly sleepy. Probably because I haven't eaten anything today. But, yeah, I can cross that bridge later on. I guess. I don't know. Dun dun. John, what'd you miss? Not a whole lot. I just started streaming 5 minutes ago, so if you missed anything, it was me placing, I don't know, a couple hundred pieces of carpet. That's about it, honestly. We're getting there though. We're slowly making progress on the carpet placing. Grab that. I plan on streaming for a couple of hours. Maybe not even that long. Maybe an hour and a half today. I gotta go to gotta run some errands this afternoon, so maybe I'll be able to stream this evening. I don't know. It depends. I got a workout today, and those workouts are pretty tough. Though, I started jumping rope for workouts. I don't know if you've ever, I mean, I'm sure you've jumped rope, but like for a workout, I forget how fun jumping rope is. Number one, just skipping around a jump rope. And then two, how good of a workout it actually is. It blew my mind how tired I was, but also it made me think about being a kid, and like, I would just do that for hours. Zach, just wanted to say that Jesus loves you. Zach, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Dun 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 dun. Get clear of that. But as I was saying, like just jumping rope as a kid just for non-stop, I forget how much I used to do that. I don't remember really getting tired, even though I know I did, because I was probably fatter than I am now when I was a kid, until I started playing sports, of course. It's kind of weird to think about. So, nonetheless, insane, dude. So, did about 1,000 skips yesterday, right? Somewhere around there. I don't know. I did a 10 to 15 minute jump rope workout. Just basic jump ropes. A lot of fun, actually. So today's gonna be more crazy. Hey, it's me again. Hey, J and A. J plus A equals love. How are you today? Hope you're doing well. It's going well. It's going real well. Ooh, Savage Industry S&P. Thank you for the follow. No, it's going real well. I'm just placing carpet, you know? I don't know how well that can go. It's not like it's going bad. You know what I mean? W username? Absolutely. It's not like it's going bad. It's really kind of simple. It's just walk around in a circle nonstop like I'm a NASCAR driver placing the carpet. But we knocked out about, let's see, when I streamed last, I think I knocked out about, I don't know, 10 or 15,000 pieces of carpet, and the stream prior to that was like 50 to 60,000. So yeah, no, we're doing real well, all things considered. Goal is to knock this out as soon as possible and then go make some more carpet so I can put the design in. But I haven't quite figured out how I want to do that, because I need to figure out where the words go, and I don't really know, because this place is so big. It's really hard to figure that out. So just slowly but surely working towards that goal, you know what I mean? But I think it's gonna be dope. Also watched, I don't know if you guys are into Call of Duty. Watched Call of Duty Champs this weekend. Optic Gaming won. It's my favorite gaming organization. They're back-to-back Call of Duty World Champs, which is the first time that's ever happened in Call of Duty history. That was actually, oh man, it's so sick to watch. Their first World Championship, I guess technically, was in 2012, I think, or 2011, which was like COD XP. That was the first like Champs, even though it wasn't called that at the time. But at that time, they had Call of Duty Champs like before the regular Call of Duty season, so all the players were like new to the game. Now it's after the Call of Duty season, so everybody knows like how to play the game and stuff. So it's a little different. So if you don't count that one, then their first championship was in 2017, and that was a lit moment for me. I was traveling at the time, so I didn't get to watch the final like 2 minutes, but I saw the update on Twitter, and I went nuts inside the car. And so now I got to watch last year's, and I got to watch this year's, and it was freaking lit. I don't care what anyone says. I was screaming yesterday, just so proud of those guys. I don't know them personally. That would be sick if I got to meet them. But just as a diehard fan, man, I couldn't be more proud of those guys, especially after the season they had. The season was it was rough, to say the least. You know what I mean? So, but congratulations to them. EWC is next, which I think is in like, I don't know, Dubai or something like that. I have no earthly idea, but that's the next major tournament before Black Ops 7 drops, which is also kind of crazy to think about. There's 7 of those games. But yeah, no, really, really excited about the future of Call of Duty. I don't know. Maybe others aren't, but I am, you know. Monkey Boy Poo. Fascinating name. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing all right. Hope you're doing real well. Speaking of monkeys, have you guys ever played Monkey Ball? Yo, what's up, dude? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. You guys ever played Monkey Ball? I don't care what anyone says. Monkey Ball is one of the greatest games ever created. You're talking about a chill game where you can be different monkeys. You're inside of a ball and you're just solving puzzles, right? You're just rolling around trying to beat these little courses. It is loads of fun. It's one of the, like, it's a core memory of mine from when I was younger. I'm playing video games with my cousin. I didn't have like Nintendo stuff. I wasn't a Nintendo guy growing up. I was a PlayStation / Xbox kid, and then the occasional PC game, mainly RuneScape, but you know, whatever. So just hanging out with the family, playing some Monkey Ball, not really getting mad at anything, but just like, I don't know, and then just the music that came along with it, I don't know. I kind of miss those days. I don't know if they make games like that anymore. I guess Minecraft kind of feels like that, but I don't really listen to the Minecraft music very often because I like the music. I think Minecraft has some of the best music ever created for a video game, but you don't get to listen to it 24/7, you know what I mean? That kind of irritates me for some odd reason. So, but I think that's a new like update, right? They're changing that so that you can play the music 24/7. If that is true, okay, which I don't know if it is, but if it is true, the question is, do I stop listening to the music playlist that I have and switch to the Minecraft playlist? Or do I continue playing the music that I have? You know what I mean? I don't know, it's really kind of hard to decide because like there are days where I'm sleepy, and if I'm sleepy, the question becomes, you know, Minecraft music is probably gonna put me to sleep. It's so soothing, you know what I mean? It feels like the Minecraft music is tucking you into bed and reading you a sweet bedtime story, right? And like giving you warm cookies and a glass of warm milk on the side to dip those cookies into. You know what I mean? Or am I just crazy? I feel like that's spot on. Right, exactly. Yeah, Fred. That's what I'm saying. It just feels like it's tucking you into bed. It's like, come here, big boy. You know, come here, big girl. You've had a long day. You worked all day. Maybe you're in school still. You know, you studied all day. You've had a long day. Just come here, sit down, turn off the lights, open up Minecraft. Let's relax for an hour or two. Next thing you know, you're knocked out. You're passed out in your gaming chair, drooling on yourself. But it's the best sleep you've had in like 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Oh, HD, hey! Little one's asleep. The little one's asleep. So, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. Come here, big boy is a pretty funny sentence. You think so? I don't know. I'm a big guy. What can I say? What can I say? I don't know. So the question, I don't know. I guess I gotta. Oh, I'm out of carpet. That's the question I gotta answer. Is do I want to listen to the current playlist or do I want to listen to the Minecraft music 24/7? Either way, I think both playlists sometimes want to put me to sleep. The way you said it, did I say it in a funny way? I wasn't trying to. It's just that was what came to mind. I don't know. Oh man, we're almost out of carpet, which means that's a sad reality. Huh. We still have a lot to cover. Well, We'll be alright. It's okay. It's whatever. It's whatever. It's not the end of the world. Even though sometimes it feels like it might be. My nose also itches really bad, but I took my allergy medicine, so... Allergy medicine is a weird thing. Like, because you would think I'm not a medical professional. In fact, I'm medically stupid. It's not a world I want to work in. Though I often have a lot of questions about it, because I find it somewhat interesting. But it's never, it's not a world I want to work in. But I don't know how allergy medicine actually works. And so, I deal with eczema, and I don't know if allergy medicine helps with eczema in any way. But you have, like, flare-ups. Now, this has nothing to do with my nose itching. It just happens to be itching at this moment. Blackify, hello, Smokey. I can only say hi today because it's like 4 a.m. Hey, I get it, brother. Sleep well. Juan, not even halfway there. Let's go. You know, we're going to be here for a while, Juan. It's something that I committed to. You know what I mean? It's something that I committed to. And since I've committed to it, I can't stop. My brain won't allow me. Kind of irritating at times. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's okay. Hi, Splunky. I hope you can come tomorrow. I hope I can come tomorrow. Hey, I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow, but if I am, you know what? YouTube will let you know, I hope. Take it easy, brother. Have a good one. I just stuttered there. We're not going to talk about it, okay? But anyways, as I was saying, my nose itches. And, like, I know allergy medicine isn't supposed to, like, stop you itching entirely. I'm sure that's not how it works. But, like, anytime I sit down to stream, maybe it's because I sit down to stream. Maybe it's a streaming thing. But, like, there are times where I just want my nose not to itch. But every time I sit down to stream, it starts to itch. I don't know if I'm uncomfortable in my own chair. I really have no idea. But I take allergy medicine in the hopes that one day that will help. It's probably a really dumb thought. But anyways, that's where my brain is at. Also, I don't really like taking medicine. I don't know if you guys are the same. Especially when you hear, like, first off, this song sounds sick. Hold on. Wait a second. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the, like, eagle cry. And the wolf in the back. My ADHD is going nuts at the moment. Hold on. Reel it in, Spunky. Reel it in, dog. Pull yourself together. Let's reel this in. Let's focus. Let's focus. Let's focus. I don't know what I was talking about. I lost my train of thought. That song, the intro to that song was going way too hard. Let me backtrack. Hold on. Let me try and remember what I was talking about. I genuinely have no idea. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Anybody got plans for 4th of July? Maybe you're from the US, maybe you're not. If you're not, I don't know if you guys celebrate 4th of July. I mean, I doubt it. I highly doubt it, but I don't know how I feel about 4th of July. Like, I like the cookout aspect of it, right? Barbecue, chilling with family. I like the fireworks shows, but they happen at like 10 and 11 o'clock at night. And I'll be honest with you, I'm I like to be inside at that time of night. I don't have to be asleep or anything. You know, I'm kind of a night owl sometimes, but I don't want to be outside with like the mosquitoes. And quite frankly, it gets really toasty around that time. So I don't even think I want to be, like, I'm not going to pop fireworks. I'm not spending the money on it. And so, I don't know. But the barbecue and stuff, the food, that's always fun. You know what I mean? I just don't know how hot it's going to be. And also, it's supposed to rain for like the next week. That's a bit concerning. How do you pop fireworks when there's water? You can't. So, this 4th of July might be a dud. Not going to lie to you guys. But then again, I don't spend money on fireworks. So, there's that. So, are you guys big on spending money on fireworks? I prefer not to. I prefer not to. All I see is money being, like, exploded. Olivia Hayes just followed on Kick. Hello, Olivia. Thank you for the follow. Why did it not pop up? What is happening here? I don't understand. What is happening here? Hey. Kick. What are you doing, dog? What are you doing, bro? What's happening here? What are you trying to do here? What we got going on? I'm not a fan of this. Whatever, dude. I don't know. Not working. It just isn't working, I guess. It is what it is. What do you want me to do about it? What do you want me to do about it? I'm not going to worry about it. Also, you know, now that I think about it, when I was a kid, we used to go to this lake near Dallas, Texas, and for 4th of July, or at least like the week leading up to 4th of July. And don't get me wrong, it was fun. I had a lot of fun, right? We would fish, we'd hang out on the water, we'd go tubing. Jesus is God with 2 candies. Facts. Thank you for that. Right, and here's the thing. I love lakes. I don't necessarily enjoy large bodies of water. There's something about it that terrifies me. There's no rhyme or reason. It's not like I've been in some kind of like crazy lake accident or something like that. I'm just terrified of large bodies of water. I'm a great swimmer, right? I mean, compared to like an average person, I swim just fine, okay? So I don't really know what it is. But we did have a firework incident one time. Now, fortunately for me, I was too young to be lighting the fireworks, and quite frankly, I have a healthy fear of fireworks. I mean, whenever you're dealing with explosives, Olivia, hey, hope you're doing all right. Whenever you're dealing with explosives, which is what fireworks are, and we're not going to argue that. It's always good to like err on the healthy side. Hope you're doing well and having a great stream. I think I'm having a great stream, and yes, I am doing very well. Thank you for asking. But like there was this one time, and I can't remember what I think they're shells. They're like firework shells. You know, the ones that look like little mushrooms. You know, you put them in a tube, they slide on down. You light the little string hangs out the tube. You light it, it goes into the tube. They shoot up in the air. You know what I'm talking about? Hope you're doing well and having a great stream. I just answered that. Yes, I am. Are you a bot? Am I dealing with a bot here? Probably. That's okay though. So as I was saying, it was one of those, but we wanted to spice it up, right? We tried to tie 3 or 4 together, and by we, I mean the adults that were, you know, overseeing the firework action, right? And this is what happened, okay? Things get a little bit crazy. We had a gust of wind, okay? Now, I don't recommend parking your cars close to where you're popping fireworks, but for some reason, that's what we did. And it wasn't my car, it was a rental. Maybe it wasn't a rental, I don't know. It was somebody's car that was part of this little group, okay? And it was a black Escalade. It was beautiful, beautiful, okay? They light this firework, these shells, you know, they light them up. A gust of wind comes and knocks the tube over. Well, we can't stop it at the end, you know what I mean? We can't stop this. I'm a graphic designer who works. You're a bot is what you are. Guys, this is a prime example of a kick bot. It's interesting. They try to sell you a lot. I don't recommend. I recommend doing your own graphic design if you're starting content creation. All right, back to the story. Tube falls over. We can't stop the fireworks. Fireworks fire off underneath this Escalade. I don't know what the chances of these fireworks stopping underneath the Escalade, but they literally stopped underneath the Escalade, and the explosion that happened under this car looked like a movie scene. I mean, people were running, chairs were flying, fireworks were all over the place. I mean, looking back on it now, kind of hilarious, also kind of dope, but also at the same time, very terrifying. So that's why I have a healthy fear of wait, you're not a bot? And how am I supposed to know that? How can I trust you, Olivia? How can I trust you? And that's why I have a healthy fear of fireworks. So I like to watch them from afar, you know what I mean? But also, they never quite last as long as you want them to, you know what I mean? You'll spend $100 on fireworks, and it's like 10 to 15 minutes of fun. And then I've heard stories of people spending like thousands of dollars on fireworks. I'm actually mind blown by that. Genuinely mind blown by that. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just mind blown. Like, what is the thought process? Do we have like a sinking fund that we save all year for? How does that work? I've never seen. Also, I don't know if you guys have ever seen what's the Sandlot? Well, great movie. Okay, but there's more than just one. There's the original, which is the best. Okay, and really you can only, all you need to do is watch that one and you're pretty good. But there's like 2 or 3 more, which progressively get worse. And I think it's the third one where this kid basically using electronics and a bunch of wire lines, like sets up an entire fireworks show by himself, and they do it on the baseball field. Anyone ever tried that? That is one of the sickest things I've ever seen. I sent you a friend request on Discord. Can we talk there? I am human. Please trust me. 1, no. Why would I talk? I don't care if you create custom logos. I'm not buying anything from you, Olivia. I'm not buying anything today. I'm not buying anything tomorrow. In fact, I can comfortably say I will never buy anything from you. Might as well unfollow the Kick channel and just leave, because you're wasting your time and not really annoying me, but you're just wasting your time. I ain't interested in it, homie. So there's that. But yeah, has anyone ever tried to like link up all their fireworks and fire them all off? Never done it. Like I said, don't spend money on fireworks, but I've always thought, I remember watching that scene in the movie and just my brain was blown. I was like, that is so cool. I don't know how you would do that. And I imagine there's some things that could possibly go wrong. That seems so fun and so sick. You know what I mean? So cool. Maybe have a pool next to you, you're swimming and watching it happen. I don't know. Baseball in general is an interesting sport, now that I'm thinking about it. For multiple reasons. 1, the way people throw the baseball seems so painful, but it's absolutely amazing what someone can do with a baseball based off of the type of spin and the way that they hold the ball. Actually insane. Okay? Like, actually insane. And I wish I could throw a baseball the way that some of these... In fact, I wish I could hit a baseball. I played baseball, right? When I was a kid. I could field all right, but I could not hit a baseball to save my life. And it frustrated me to no end. Now, again, I don't know what the expectation was, because based off of Deion Sanders, if you hit the baseball 3 out of 10 times, you're considered a Hall of Famer. And so in that regard, maybe I hit the ball better than I thought, but I really don't feel like I could hit the ball very well. You know what I mean? And I don't know if you've ever been into a batting cage and like had your coach throw curveballs at you. It is terrifying. It is terrifying. I've never wanted to jump and scream as much as I wanted to jump and scream in that batting cage. Like, it looks like it's directed right at you. Like the ball is coming right at you, and then the last second it curves inside, and it's just a normal strike. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Do you understand how terrifying that is? And there's a human out there. This was a machine that the guy was using, my coach was using. There are humans out there that can physically make a baseball curve like that. And I have a hard time wrapping my head around that. And you watch someone pitch. Now here's another question. This is what I think is weird about baseball. How come it's okay for, pitchers to celebrate a strikeout, but they get super angry when a batter hits a home run? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why is the expectation that you got to run? Like, if I hit a home run, if you've ever been in some of these stadiums, they're massive. And then you add in the fact that you're hitting the ball 3 out of 10 times and you're a Hall of Famer, so it's probably somewhere between 1 out of 10 and 3 out of 10 times on average, right? I don't know what the actual average is. But of that, what's an actual home run? What are the averages of like home runs every time you hit the ball? Like, is it 10% of the time it's a home run? I don't know. Like, so if you get a home run, which is clearly rare, why am I not allowed to look at it? And why are you going to hit me with the baseball because you're upset? You're the one pitching the ball. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Am I crazy in thinking that's... Also, I've always thought it was weird that they throw the bats. They do like the little bat flip. I will never have the opportunity to do this. But I always thought if I hit a home run, rather than flipping the bat, I would probably pretend to flip the bat and then just lay it down on the ground at like my feet very politely. I don't know. In my head, that just seems like such a cool way of getting a home run. I could also be crazy, but that's where my head goes. Does anyone in chat actually play baseball? Maybe you're a t-ball kind of guy. Softball, possibly? Oh, speaking of that, I saw a video yesterday of a guy, I guess it was like a men's league playing softball. This guy, there's a pitch, guy hits the ball, it goes straight to center field. Center field guy, I think it dropped. I don't think he caught it. I think it dropped. No, it did. I know for a fact it dropped because no one tagged up, right? So it drops in center field. He picks it, he runs up, scoops it up, and in like one stride, does like a crow hop. And when I say he laser beamed this softball straight to home plate and tagged out the runner, it was one of the most impressive center field to home plate throws I think I've ever seen. Might be the best I've ever seen in softball. Because I've seen a few in baseball. Even then, I'm like, but it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. Softball, baseball, doesn't matter. In both cases, actually sick. Absolutely insane work. I do think about the pain that comes with it later on, but, you know, I guess that's just part of sports in general. Except for maybe swimming. How bad do you think swimmers hurt? I know a guy who used to be a competitive swimmer, and like his knees are jacked up because of the butterfly swim. But if you don't do the butterfly, like what type of, because it's one of the best sports for like your joints and stuff, you know what I mean? So I'm curious to know like that all works out and stuff. I don't know. Just a thought. Just a random thought. I guess my point is sports are cool and there's really cool moments. So I like sports, if you can't tell. Really excited about the football season. Sort of. Well, I am very excited about the football season. The sad thing is, okay, is that I am a diehard Cowboys fan. And I don't know if you know this, kind of suck. Like, okay, we don't suck. We're not like, I don't know, the Bears maybe. I'm trying to think who the worst teams are. Jaguars. Like, we're not them. We're like middle of the pack. You know, we're good enough to make it to the playoffs sometimes. Well, more often than not, I would say. But like, we're just good enough to get there. That is just a sucky place to be. Especially when you're like a large market team. And I don't know enough about football to figure out like what needs to happen. But it feels like there should be a lot that happens with our team. I don't know. I will say this. If the Cowboys ever win a Super Bowl while I'm alive, which doesn't seem very likely, but if it does happen, I'm going to be unbearable. No one's going to be able to talk to me for at least 10 to 15 days, if not months. I said 15 months. All right, because I'm going to be living through that whole Super Bowl for a long time. You know what I mean? Which, on a whole other note, I've been getting into soccer recently. What a fun sport. I don't play it by any means. I don't understand it. But it has been a very fun sport to watch. One, I love the idea of there being no commercials. The game starts, and we just play. I think that is so cool. Jay, what's up? How are you? Jay! What's going on? Hope you're doing all right. But I love the idea of there being no freaking commercials. It's just, hey, here's the game. We're live and we're playing. And then when there's there's stoppage time, they keep track of that. You know what I mean? I think that's so sick. It's very, very nice to know that we just get to sit down and watch the game. Now, I will say this. Generally speaking, the Super Bowl commercials are pretty dope. And so, this year was kind of lackluster, in my opinion. I was kind of like, eh. But generally speaking, I'm fine with commercials during the Super Bowl. But other than that, soccer just doesn't have commercials, and I think that's awesome. It also bothers me that the U.S. isn't better at soccer than what we are. Now, I know that we've gotten better over the years, and that the sport is growing in the U.S., but, like, we really aren't that good at it. Happy birthday, Jay. Yo, Big 24, congratulations. Congratulations on making it to 24 years old. Kobe year. Kobe. What a fun year. What a fun freaking year. You know what I mean? Got any major plans or anything like that? Or is it just, hey, I'm just gonna freaking Wait. What is this? What is this? What is this? There's a new like campaign on TikTok for streamers or something. I don't know. I click start. But got any big plans, Jay? Going out for dinner or anything like that? Or are we just gonna chill at the house? What did I do for my 24th? I can't remember. I don't remember. I was thinking of existing. You know what? Hey, that's a great goal. In fact, I try to complete that goal every day. Let me just start off my day with like actually waking up, being alive, and then we'll go about, you know, dealing with the rest of whatever today decides it's gonna offer me. I like that. Good idea. Great plan, in fact. Bow, 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 bow. Let me grab this. Figured I'm gonna do something very similar to that. Except I haven't eaten today, so I'm starting to get really, really hungry, but I decided it was probably going to be better for me to actually stream than eat. You know, mainly because I was too lazy and didn't want to cook, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. Yo, I had some salmon the other night. I haven't had salmon in a while. When I say, like, I get it, salmon doesn't smell the best, right? I understand that. But, like, the salmon slapped, okay? Cooked it in the pan with some butter, and some salt. That's all it needed, and it was fantastic, in fact. What I need to start doing now is tracking my calories. I haven't lost weight in about 3 weeks, which is fine. Like I haven't gained weight either, so there's that. But I need to start tracking the calories again. Haven't been doing that. It seems like a chore. And then also, like, I sometimes forget about it while I'm busy taking care of the kids or whatever. Ooh, Cajun seasoning. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm not big on, I love catfish and I love salmon. That's about the extent of the fish that I enjoy eating. I know people who like mahi and like all this exotic, okay, I don't know if it's considered exotic, but all this like true seafood, I'm not interested in it. I want my salmon, I want my catfish. I don't care what anyone says. And then also, let me just put this out there. I love what are they called? I can envision them. I can envision crawfish, little mud bugs. Delicious. I don't care what anyone says about them. Crawfish slap. Oh, they're disgusting. They're like bugs of the ocean. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna get down on some mud bugs, okay? Especially if it's in like a Louisiana, like broil or boil or whatever the heck they call it. Chronometer. I've never even heard of chronometer. What is chronometer? You have to explain that to me. Was it a crawfish boil? I think that's what it's called. I don't like lobster though. Let me put that out there. Lobster tastes like soap, so it's too much work to meat ratio for me. Ooh, give me crab too. I'll get down on crab. The only thing I won't get down on is lobster. I hate it. And maybe it's because I don't know. Maybe I just got a bad lobster. I have no earthly idea. Maybe I should try it again. But I've had lobster once in my life, and that was enough. It feels like it was enough. But I get down on some crab, crawfish and crab, brother. I will tear it up. With like the potatoes that come in it and that little spicy kick. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. I'm talking good eats. People have the audacity to be like, it looks gross. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not talking about the way it looks. I don't care, guys. I don't care how it looks. Stop being a sissy. I stop being soft. Okay? Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of meat, but if you eat 400 of them, maybe not 400, but you know, you get my point. If you eat enough of them, you'll be full. Smiley Pie, what's up? How are you? It's an app to track your calories, macros, and micronutrients. So let me look that up right now. Let me look it up right now. Chronometer. Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay. Why not? Let's try it. Processing. It's processing. Jesse Too Real, welcome to the stream. I don't know if you're still here, but welcome. Bada bing, 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 boom. I drank like a gallon of water. Okay, I didn't drink that much. I drank like 30 or 40 ounces of liquid before I sat down to stream. Not a good idea. Not a bad idea, right? Gotta stay hydrated, but not a good idea. Good, thanks. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing great. In fact, I'm doing great. I'm feeling good today. Had some time to knock out a short hour to 2 hour stream. And yeah, gonna do that. And then later this evening, gonna go hit the gym. I'm getting real fit, or trying to anyways. There's a place called Crawfish and Noodles, and they had the best crab in Houston. Ooh. Well, next time I'm in Houston, I might have to look this place up. You know the best barbecue I've ever had? This is so random because it has nothing to do with seafood, but Terry Black's in Austin, Texas. And apparently there's another place that's like better than that, which is kind of hard to believe. But Terry Black's, I don't even know how to explain to you how good that barbecue was. And this is why I have a big bag. Like, I'm talking about an experience, guys. The bark on that was so good. It genuinely doesn't even make sense. It, like, the barbecue itself melted in your mouth. Like, it was insane. It didn't require sauce. You know how good barbecue has to be? In fact, I prefer it that way, but it didn't require any barbecue sauce. They offered it if you wanted it. They made their own in-house barbecue sauce, but they're like, hey, they warned you at first. They're like, hey, just before you put barbecue sauce on it, out of respect for the barbecue, like, just eat it without, okay? And then at that point, if you want to use barbecue sauce just to change up the flavor profile a little bit, then be my guest. But like, you got to try it without first, guys. Now, I will say this: you're going to drop some money. But it was totally worth it. And there's a line, all right? Like, expect to wait like 30 to 40 minutes to get through that line. But it was totally worth it in my mind. I know some people can't wait. They're like, they get hungry and they're like, oh, I gotta go. I get ravenous. I gotta go eat. I can't hold on. I'm not like that. I'm generally speaking, I'm a person that can wait a little bit, wait an hour or two, even if I'm really, really hungry. I'll be all right. Just putting it out there though. You weren't impressed. Then Jay, I gotta know, what's your favorite barbecue joint? Cause I'm open ears. That was the greatest barbecue I've ever had in my life. That brisket, oh my lord, oh my lord, oh my lord. But again, there's another place in Austin, Texas that apparently is crazy good. Maybe are you just not into barbecue? Maybe that's the thing. You know what I don't like? I don't like Wingstop. Wow, that was random. But I'm not a Wingstop guy. I hate dry rub. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I prefer sauce. So I prefer Buffalo Wild Wings. Not that I think it's great. Cooper's Barbecue. Where's Cooper's Barbecue? I need to know where this is. Is this in Austin, Texas as well? I mean, I'm down to try it. I'm in no, like, I'll try whatever. I don't care where it is. This is also random. Best Thai food I think I've ever had in my life was a hole-in-the-wall place in Florida. Where were we in Florida? We were on vacation at one of the beaches. I cannot remember where it is in Florida, but I got it Thai hot. I don't know about you guys, but like, I like spicy food. Now, within reason. This Thai hot made me sweat and cry. And it was one of the best Thai food experiences I've ever had. Like, it was insane. I think about that Thai food from time to time. Also, wait, is that Giggle Shitter? Is that the one and only Giggle Shitter? Hello, welcome back. I think about this fried chicken I had once. It was actually on the same trip. We were driving to Florida. And I don't know where we were. I know the state. We were in Mississippi. I don't know exactly where we were, but we stopped at a gas station. okay? And this gas station had a little, one of those little hot boxes, and it had some fried chicken, fresh cooked, right? And so I woke up, I was pretty hungry. I was like, I'm gonna grab a piece or two. And it was the crust, guys. It had a little kick to it. It was a little spicy. It is the best tasting fried chicken I've had in my entire life. From a gas station in Mississippi, which is kind of crazy to think about because it makes me think about like a mom and pop shop there, like how crazy it would actually be if I wasn't at a gas station. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hear me out, Savage Industry. I'm listening. Giggle Shooter. Yes, sir. What's up, guys? The OG's in Inham. There are a few locations in Texas. I'll have to check it out because I've never heard of Cooper's Barbecue. But I'm hearing you out. All I'm saying is Mississippi fried chicken is undefeated based off of my experience. I haven't been to every state, but that's just me. Don't sleep on gas station food, never. Like, and the crazy part is, there was this lady working the counter, and all she said was, I said, can I grab some chicken? Because I didn't know, because they had just stocked it, right? And so I didn't know if they were open, like, you know, I'm new to the area. I just want to make sure that they're okay with me, you know, grabbing some chicken. She said, baby, you go ahead and grab whatever you want. I said, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I will. I said, absolutely. Bro, I took one bite. I paid for it, took one bite. I ran out to the car and handed it to my wife. I said, you've got to try this. She was like, brother, it can't be that good. I said, you have to try it. Take a bite and tell me it's not the greatest fried chicken you've ever had. When I say her eyes opened up, I can't even tell you how wide her eyes got. You ever seen a fat kid run through a parking lot with fried chicken at a gas station? Because I've done it. I've never seen it, but I did it. I might be the one and only to ever do it. The first and the last. It was insane. I think about that chicken so often. I think about that chicken so often. So often I think about that chicken. I don't know. All I'm saying is it was crazy. I do need to figure out which gas station it was and just visit again. But what I'm scared of, okay, what I'm scared of is I go back, right? And it doesn't hit the same. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just heard the legends. Hey, that's all I'm saying. It's like a mythical story. But like, I don't want to go back and try it again and it doesn't hit the same, because then what? You know what I mean? Maybe that was the one time it was like insanely good. And I don't remember what time we arrived because they just put out the chicken. If you go in like the late afternoon, the chicken's not fresh, you know what I mean? And it's not nearly as good. So what am I doing here? Right? Golly, what a fat moment I had then. I miss it though. I miss it. I don't like that landed there, but whatever. Yeah, I'd pay good money to have that chicken here. I really would. Maybe I should get into like frying my own chicken and just see if I can get really good at it. But I'm trying not to eat fat, greasy foods, so there's that. Doing my best not to eat food like that. Yo, Smiley Pie is now following me on Twitch. Thank you. Ask me with that crab place. It was a Cajun and Vietnamese blend, and the flavor was unmatched, and the crab legs were some big boys. Perfect pulls every time you crack them open. Oh my gosh, I love when that happens. I get so mad when I crack open a crab leg, or if the shell is too soft and you have to sit there and like work with it. You know what I mean? But when it just cracks open and that big old chunk of crab meat comes out, I just gotta throw up a little prayer. Thank you, God, for crabs. I don't care if they're bugs of the ocean as well. I don't care. I understand people have like allergies to crustaceans. I understand if you can't eat, but if you don't like crab meat and you don't have an allergy, I don't know if I can trust you. You may have a great personality, right? Like, you're probably a great person. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that. I believe you are an amazing person. But I don't know if I can trust you. You know what I mean? Now, the real question is brown gravy over white gravy. Like, you guys think? I think naturally I gravitate towards brown gravy, but there are certain things that like brown gravy doesn't belong on because it's saltier. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I don't know what y'all's thoughts are on that. But if you've ever had brown gravy, I feel for you. I've fried chicken before. It came out good. Just use a healthier fat when you do fry. I used to use lard to fry chicken. Came out really good. Homemade lard though. Ooh. They have beef tallow. I don't know if you can fry with beef tallow. I guess it doesn't really matter as long as it's a fat. Either way. That sounds so good. And then you gotta make like, now here's the real question. Obviously you gotta season the meat, right? You gotta let it marinate over 24 hours, usually 24, 48 hours, something like that. I think it's a minimum of like 16 to 18 hours. All right, so you marinate the chicken, but do you also season it? Like, do you also season it's not a batter, but like the flour? You're supposed to season the flour too. Like if you really want to get a crazy flavor. Like I've thought about this a lot. I've never actually tried it out, but like you gotta season the flour as well, right? Like you dip it into like that egg yolk stuff, and then, or maybe it's just flat out egg yolk, and then dip it into the flour, and then you dip it in the egg yolk again, and you dip it in, like you're supposed to double dip, and then you throw that thing in the oil. Am I crazy, or have I watched too many? I feel like being from the South, I can't put brown gravy over white gravy. Really? Yeah, I knew a guy that was from the North. They didn't, like, he was like from New York. He had never heard of brown gravy. I mean, I love white gravy. I'm not a white gravy hater. I just love brown gravy. I think a lot of it stems from like my grandmother. My grandmother used to cook. I mean, she can still cook. I haven't had her cooking in a long time. But her grits, to this day, I don't know how she made them. I have no earthly idea how she made her grits. They're still the best grits I've ever had in my life. I have a vivid memory as a like 7-year-old kid eating grits, eggs, and bacon. And I remember I took that first bite of that grits and I just stared at the bowl for like 30 seconds. T-Mall's grits, that's all I'm saying. He doesn't know about brown gravy. Yeah, I had a guy in college. He played baseball and he was like, "What's brown?" We were like, in the lunch line, they were like, "Do you want gravy?" And they put brown gravy on it. He was like, "What is this?" We looked at him like, "That's gravy." And he was like, "No, it's not gravy, it's white." And we were like, "Dog, what are you talking about?" Savage Industry S&P, you're now considered a splunkling. That is 100% true. That's 100% true. But see, here's my thing. Brown gravy, I can do it on mashed potatoes. But I think brown gravy, in my opinion, I'm trying to think if I like it better on like chicken fried steak, or if I like white gravy better. I'm not picky. What am I talking about? I'll eat whatever. Like, I don't care what gravy you give me. Just give me gravy. You know what I mean? Just give me gravy. I don't want no dry mashed potatoes. Ugh. Like, first off, they shouldn't be dry to begin with. Like, please put butter and salt and pepper and stuff into your mashed potatoes. You psychos. Okay? But you know what I mean. You get it. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me no dry mashed potato. First off, I don't even know how you can get mashed potatoes when they are dry. You know what I mean? But just putting that out there. Season your food, okay? And if you're one of those people that like, you can't wait to season your food when you're hungry, do it beforehand. You know you're gonna be hungry at some point. You know this is gonna happen. So do yourself a favor and pre-season that stuff. Buttermilk marinade if the chicken doesn't have skin, that's important. Season the batter, season the wet batter, then pour some hot sauce on the chicken after it dries. Add seasoning to the chicken. See, that's how, guys. Jay knows how you cook. Jay knows how to cook. I can smell it right now. JB chefing it up. Okay, you season everything. People are like, "Oh, that's just too much seasoning." What are you talking about? No one told you to dump the whole bottle of seasoning into anything. All right, unless you're making a massive batch. But y'all, there's too many people that are like tiptoeing around seasoning. Like, and then y'all wonder, like, why doesn't it taste like so-and-so's? Because you didn't have no seasoning. That's why. What are we talking about? You act surprised. Or when someone doesn't follow the recipe. Look, Grandma doesn't have to follow the recipe. Grandma's been doing it for 50 years. Grandma knows how to cook. All right, but if you're new to the game and you're not following the recipe, you're setting yourself up to be slapped. Do you understand me? Okay? I do my thing. Yeah, Jay. Yeah. Do you hear me? If you're new to the game and you're not following the recipe, you're setting yourself to be slapped. Don't mess up grandma's recipe. Okay? Don't touch it. Don't change it. Don't act like you're better than it. You know, after 30 or 40 years of doing the same recipe, if you want to try something different, do it on your own time. You try it. If it works out well, then maybe. Okay? Then maybe we can try it out. But don't go into that kitchen and mess things up and expect me to not say something. I'll look you straight in your eyes. I won't eat it. I'll take a small bite and throw the rest in the trash. Don't play with me. If you smoke meat, yeah, you can't be afraid of it. White gravy for grandma's biscuits, I will say that. You do not put brown gravy on biscuits. That's a white gravy only, in my opinion. The white gravy only. I agree there. You're not wrong. But I think I've never smoked meats because I don't have a smoker. I tried to do a brisket in the oven once. Cooked it for like, I don't know, 16 hours. 18 hours, something like that. It came out, honestly, for my first brisket and only brisket, I was really happy. But I quickly realized, like, this is good, don't get me wrong, for my first one. But a smoker is where I need to be. And I'm just not dropping that money on a smoker, you know what I mean? Chicken fried chicken, I do love brown chicken. Okay, chicken fried chicken, I will put white gravy on. I mean, I'll put brown gravy on. I mean, will I try it on chicken fried steak? I'll do it on chicken fried steak. Well, have I ever done it on chicken fried chicken? No, I don't think so. Well, I've done a brown gravy if it was like a turkey base brown gravy. Like, I'll put that on, but that's like more like it's not brown, you know what I mean? It has that kind of like clear looking, it's like that see-through brown gravy. I don't know if that makes sense. If you're a fatty like me, all right, if you get down in the kitchen, then you know what I'm talking about. Where they use that turkey fat, usually around Thanksgiving. More of a fatty kind of gravy. Either way, the point is, if you're not seasoning your food and you're afraid of gravy and you're afraid of seasoning, we can't be friends. Don't try and feed me some boiled bland chicken. My mom used to do that. I don't think my mom can't cook. My mom just is a lazy cook. My mom boiled chicken, guys. I was fighting for my life. You understand me? Those experiences made me go watch Food Network. I kid you not. I'd watch Food Network for hours. Because I was like, I can't be like my mom. I can't do it. I can't just boil chicken. Oh. Brown gravy's a weight loss hack? Really? Kiwi, hi Pookie. My name's Splunky, but I like it. How are you? Hope you're doing alright, Kiwi. We're talking about food. I hope you season your food, Kiwi. Boiled chicken, Jay. Dog. It's a wonder I'm alive today. Love my mom, don't get me wrong. But yes. That woman will boil chicken. We just look at the pot like, and then we just walk away. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You're doing good? Oh, love to hear that. I'm glad you're doing good. Got any crazy plans for the day? And I imagine not. You're chilling on TikTok watching a Minecraft stream. But, you know, maybe I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong. I'm making an assumption here. So, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. Bless her soul, brother. Facts. Facts. You season your food? Good. Good. Because if you said you didn't season your food, we're gonna have to have a conversation. We're just gonna have just a little chat. You know what I mean? We're gonna do a little bit of course correcting. Nothing major. I mean, you really just need. We'll start simple. Salt and pepper. You know what I mean? We'll start there. I don't want to overload anybody who's never seasoned their food, right? You don't want to scare people off. We're gonna start nice and slow. Right? Why don't we get some salt, some pepper, throw in some garlic powder and some onion powder. Those are some decent essentials there. Okay, and then we can start getting into more complex stuff later on. You know, maybe some chili pepper. You know what I mean? Fred, yeah. You know, I don't want you guys being overwhelmed by the seasoning section. There are a lot of seasonings out there. Matter of fact, do yourself a favor and go try. Just buy one seasoning, just one different seasoning every 4 times you go to the store. All right. Granted, you're gonna end up with a lot of seasoning. All right, but the point is, we're trying to figure out what we like and what we don't like. You know what I'm saying? Get used to that little right hand, maybe your left hand, but shake, 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 shake. and then look. Oh, not enough seasoning? Shake, 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 and then look. You know what I mean? All right? Give it a little taste test. But, what about my blood pressure and blah, 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 blah. I get it. I understand. But at the same time, some of y'all be, I don't know. I've seen some grotesque stuff put on a plate, and then I start asking questions. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying here. Taste a little bit. Fred, that's all you got to do. It's just a little taste. It's just a little taste test. Just a little, I think it could use a little bit more paprika. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Ain't nobody telling you to be Gordon Ramsay. Have you ever watched The Hollow on Netflix? If that's anything related, well, one, let me just answer that, no. But if it's a horror anything, then I definitely haven't watched it. I don't do horror stuff. I play Minecraft, guys. Okay? I mean, that should give you like a big enough clue. I am not into horror movies, horror TV shows. I don't even really like Halloween. Not really my thing. You know, just anything horror related, I'd rather not. We're also out of... Uh-oh. Huh. Ow. That's saddening. Right. People worry about salt but order Tim Patty burger. Exactly. I don't have Netflix. I don't have Netflix. What? No, I do. Unseasoned broccoli, unseasoned mashed potatoes makes me want to puke. Why don't you just go eat grass, right? Fred, go eat grass. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? Grow up is all I have to say about it. Grow up. I don't know. No one's asking you to be the next master chef. We're just saying, you know, respect your food enough to sprinkle some seasoning on it is all we're trying to get. That's all we're trying to say here. Right? Yeah, broccoli's still hard. No flavor. First off, broccoli's gross to begin with. I hate vegetables. Okay, let me just put that out there. I hate veggies. Okay? And quite frankly, I don't care what anyone says. Veggies are gross. There's that. And you can take that to the grave for all I care. But that doesn't even make sense. Point is, nasty. Should I go put these? We're gonna go put these last two down. I can grab 5. Alright, let's go put these last 2 things of carpet down real quick. Yeah, I mean, you can add some butter to it. It makes it a little bit better. I get it. But still kind of if you ask me. I do struggle making mashed potatoes because it's hard to make them good without adding an unhealthy amount of butter. That is true. I get it. I get it. That is facts. It's not a spooky movie. It's a good show and somehow almost no one knows about it. Well, what is it about? What is it about? Without giving me spoilers, give me like a summary. This Hollow seems pretty scary to me. Or suspenseful or something. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just being a big baby. That's also could be true. Hold on. Someone typed in chat, but kind of locked in at the moment, so 1 second. Let me get rid of... Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, put us on. What is this? A group of kids stuck in a game, and it's in a cartoon style, almost like JoJo's, but I've seen different... Huh. Okay, wait, hold on. You've caught my attention a little bit. The only way to escape is by winning the game? Oh, that would suck, yo. Y'all couldn't trust me. Let me just put that out there. We would be stuck there forever, because I don't be beating games. I don't beat games. I just want y'all to know that. Y'all would be so upset with me. Wait, hold on. Can't I do this? Wait, no, I can't do it. I can do this. There we go. Alright. And we fly. And we're Gonskis. Is this a new show? Like, is this a new show or what? Oh, gotta go check out my friend. Friend just proposed. Oh my god. Look at them. Aww. I'm so excited for them. I min-max every game I play. I'm a movement demon. Oh my gosh. There's an episode where they figure out that they're not the only ones in the game. Oh, so they're playing on live. Rough. That's terrifying, actually. That is terrifying. Oh no. I wish them the best. Why am I not running? I'm not standing. That's why. Okay, so we can do this, that, then we'll get rid of where am I putting? Here, I guess. Then we get rid of that, and then we do this. Like that. And yeah, now it's time to just fill this in. Just to be like, wait, we need to figure out how much did I place? We placed just under 100,000. We need 130,000 more. So we're gonna have to fill up a bit more shulker boxes than what I initially did, but that's. Then we run over here. Let's see. Wholesome Splunk moment. I accidentally scrolled down in the next live with some homeless guys tweaking. Oh no. I hope they're okay. If I want to watch it, you'll give me a hint. Here, this is what I'll say. Am I interested? Yes. Do I still want you to give me a hint? No. I don't want to know nothing about it. But chances are I won't, like... Do you want me to be honest with you? The chances of me actually watching it are so slim. Not because I don't want to. But I'm probably going to forget about it. There's that. So you're going to have to consistently remind me until I actually watch it. I don't know if you're up to that task. Okay, there's number one. Number two, okay? This is a big number two. I am currently addicted to One Piece. Okay? I've been working hard the past 2 years to try and finish this show. Okay? And so, just fair warning, that is what I'm addicted to at the moment. And so, I just want to be honest out the gate. You know what I mean? I don't want to set the expectations, the bar too high and me not meet your expectations. Savage Industry SMP, welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. Savage Industry SMP. Very interesting name. Assuming you have an SMP something or other. Okay, I'm gonna run this. Hold on, guys. Okay. Dumb. That was dumb. This way. And we're gonna turn this on. And we're gonna go down here. I don't know how much carpet is down here. Yo, Kivy with the follow. Thank you. Thank you very much. There's only 10 down here. Why is that? Yeah, we need to go get some ladder. I need to figure out what's going on with this thing. I'm a little bit confused. And by a little bit, I mean I'm very confused. Make ladder out of it. Well. Also, my controls, turn that off. There we go. Just main base tour? Alright, cool. Yeah, let's do that real quick. So, the main base is right over here. This is gonna be my, like, I don't know, industrial district of sorts. I don't know what it's gonna look like, but as you can kind of tell, I'm starting to mine this all out, and slowly this mountain or this hill here will be gone. But we got a couple farms around here. Here is a cactus farm there, a resin farm, sugarcane farm. You can see my mob farm there. I do need to make a gunpowder farm, but I haven't done that just yet. Also, my tree farm. That's my cocoa farm. There's a little cave here. That's why there's a tree there. And then there's my wool farm. My pumpkin and melon farm is right here. If we go around this, we have a moss farm that doesn't really work and an XP farm right there. So yeah, and then we got a bunch of sheep. The dupers. Let me turn the dupers off while I do the actual tour, because I don't want my PC to blow up. You know what I mean? That would be very, very bad. Giggle Shooter, did I send you a galaxy or not? I forgot. I think you did. I'm pretty sure you did, and it was sick, dude. It was blue and pretty. I'm pretty sure you sent me one, so thank you very much for that. Then we got a little wheat farm over here. There's my shulker farm over there. And then over that direction we have a guardian farm for sea lanterns. And then that direction I have a witch farm for redstone, obviously. That's a kelp farm, and then a very small auto smelter, which is running for some reason. There's my my iron farm, and then my original sugarcane and pumpkin farms. If we go over here, this was the first thing I built in the world, which is my trading hall. And yeah, I don't know. I felt like the villagers needed wheat for bread and stuff, and then I just wanted to add some flavor and color. This is a watchtower that has nothing in it, but it's there. We go down here, we have, yo, little John, welcome, and thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. We go down here, my villager trading hall. There are 350 villagers here. Before you ask, there's no reason to have this many. I just went through and punched holes into the wall every space until it ran out, and that was 35 villagers. And so it bothered me not having the same amount for every villager job that I wanted, so that's why we have that many. Okay, it's really simple. But yeah, love this area. I think it's cool. It's not complete, but honestly I didn't know what to do with this up here, and it, you know, I'm not sure. This is the converter. Dr. Pimple Touch. Yeah, I just kind of stuck this here because, yo, little John with the galaxy. Thank you. Wasn't expecting that. I appreciate that. That is sick. Thank you very much, little John. Thank you very much for the gift. So yeah, that's my trading hall. This was my original storage unit, which I don't really use ever. But it's there. If we fly through here, this is the start of like my mega base, my main mega base. So yeah, you can turn around here and I can show you what we're working with. It's a massive hole, and we'll go down there here in a second. I haven't carved this out, obviously, because there was a hole there. I didn't need to, and I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with this. But here's the top. I'm thinking that I want to get rid of like part of this and make like an entryway into this area. I don't know yet. I also need to make some kind of staircase that goes down, but I haven't done that quite yet. I don't know what it's gonna look like. This is where my super smelter is eventually gonna go, as well as like a build for the nether portal. I have some ideas, but I'm not set on any one idea yet, so there's that. If we go down here, first and foremost is the glass floor. I just thought the glass like fog effect is sick. So there's something like 45 to 50,000 pieces of glass here. This took a very long time, like very, very long time to put into place. And then I got a bunch of sea lanterns at the bottom with carpet on top. Over on this side is actually an ancient city that I have. I don't know if we can see it from here. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. So there's that. And then I think I put this like that and it's the same direction. No, hold on. Okay, how do I do it? This way? Okay, wait, hold on. It was the other way. Oh no, I lost it. Okay, hold on. Come here, guy. So, one second. We'll continue the tour in just a moment. Just gotta... Ow. Okay. Now it was... okay. So this goes like that. No. Which way is it? Let me do it this way. I just place it straight forward. Oh, it's just straightforward. What am I doing? Okay, Okay. Wow. Okay. So there's that. Cool. There's that, guys. My gosh. That was way more difficult than it should have been. But yeah, this is my favorite build so far in the world right here. This is my storage unit area. So if you fly up really quickly, I am currently working on my auto sorter and whatnot to get rid of that. And I haven't finished it out. I didn't realize how much like resources go into this. It's a ridiculous amount if you're wanting to know. And yeah, I'm just going to be continuing this on. I haven't decided if I want to go a certain like depth that way and then like continue it to the left and right, or if I just want it to be one straight line. Either way, really happy with like how this is coming along. I think it looks sick. Does the auto sorting work? Yes, it works up to a point. So I don't know, what do we have? I don't know. I think I only have like, I don't have any of this stuff in here. Wait, so we got tough, right? Yeah. So if we go down here and stick that in there, and then if we go over here and we place that in there, it should end up here pretty quickly. So it skips that, goes here, and then if we go down here, it should be adding the tough. Yep, so it works up to a point anyways. So really happy with the way this turned out. I just gotta finish it out. If we go up here to the next few levels, so on the right side here is my mine shaft, which I love the way this turned out. You weren't crazy enough to. It's really simple. It's just it takes a lot of resources and super time consuming, but it's really simple once you get into it. This is probably the most complicated part, and then this is just really, I mean, I can go back there and show you if you really want to see it. But like, it's all the, let's just go back here really quick. Hold on. It's all the same stuff. And the only difference is you just put 41 and then a random block that's not, you know, filler, that has filler on it. These will all eventually, like, once these two chests fill up, then this will fill up to 41, and then it will start putting it into the chests. But this is the most complicated part. I couldn't explain any of this to you, but I can explain this somewhat. This reads that and allows this block to go through. If it's not that block, then it pushes it down, and this continues to read that. That's all I know. Okay, there's that. So this was really fun. My favorite, one of my favorite builds. But when we go up here, we have my, like I said, my little mine shaft here that goes all the way down there, which I don't need, but it's, I don't know, cool to have, I suppose. Over there is some more some more storage over there, which I don't know. Every now and then there's just those certain blocks that you don't know what to do with, and you don't need bulk storage of them, so I put them there. Up there is a smelting area. We can go up here really quickly. So we have a smelting area right there with furnaces and blast furnaces. I probably will never use that area, but I thought it would be cool to have. And then we have a house right there, which has no use other than it felt empty up there. This was my first attempt at building a house, like a true house with like detail and stuff. I don't hate it, but I can tell you that I don't enjoy building houses. That was hard to do. That took me like 7 hours to do. I struggled so much with this. It hurt my head. So I don't know, anyone that's really good at building houses, kudos to you. It was easier for me to build these trees than it was to build that house. Okay. So we got 2 custom trees and then a gradient on the wall, and then right here is like a pub area, you know, so that me and all my friends that play in this world can come in here and, I don't know, get some food, have a drink, and talk. So yeah, that's it. That's this build. So love the way it came out. Building is a hard, man. I tried learning it, but I'm not that guy. It was a lot of sitting around, a lot of patience, and just messing around with stuff is really what it comes down to. It's just placing blocks, taking a step back. Does it look good? I don't know. And then you know, going from there. It's literally all it is. Where's my bed? Oh, I know where it is. It's up here. It was in here, or one of my beds. There you go. So, that is literally all I've built in this world. That is mainly all I've done in this world in the past year that I've been playing the world. So there's that. And then if we head this direction, I can show you what we're working on right now. So we are in the end, as you can imagine, spending as much time as I've spent in the world, basically an entire year working on that mountain base, has led to me being pretty bored of working in that area. And so randomly one night I had this idea for the end, which is where I've spent the past 4 months working, basically, and just building just insane, not building anything really, just, I'll show you when I get there. I'm sure most of you who are in here have probably seen it, but if you haven't, then here's an opportunity to kind of figure out what I'm doing in the world right now. And we turn. Okay. You go down here. This is a chunk loader or something. There are much easier ways of doing it now, but I don't know. I didn't know that at the time, so this is what we have. This is my sand duper slash gravel duper slash, you know, whatever other duper, whatever other blocks can be duped. Okay, so this is my end currently. This is what we've been working on for the past 4 months. 3 months. 3 or 4 months. Is placing all this slime, getting rid of the entire end island and all the pillars, and placing all this carpet, which eventually will lead to a massive carpet design that's going to be on the floor. We're going to build a massive planet and a spaceship that's going to be blowing up that planet. Any podcast topics? I'm recording tonight. I've been struggling with finding topics. Ooh. I don't know. I guess it depends on what you've already talked about. I don't know. Have you talked about, I don't know, life stories? We had a friend say that my brother and I should start a podcast because we have stories, but I feel like everybody has life stories. I don't know. I have no idea. I couldn't even. I would talk about sports right now because I always talk about sports. But yeah, that's what I've done in my world for the past year, roughly. So, thank you for coming to my world tour. I'm gonna go back to collecting more carpet because I need a bunch of it, obviously. This one doesn't work. I didn't put that stuff on it. Oh, I did. It just broke somehow. I don't know. Doesn't matter. We'll do that. Then we'll do. All right, cool. But I am curious to know. We're trying to figure this out. What is going on here? There's 12 in there now. Why is that? What is going on here? Oh, that's what I made this for. Yeah. I don't know. Let's put it like, maybe. And we can like jump to it, maybe. Put it in there. Access this. Oh. Actually not. What is happening? I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on here. There's only 12 in there. Where's the rest of it going? Huh. Looks like I need a different access point. What if I fly up? Oh, maybe they're all up here in the... They might all be going into the main chest here. That's probably where it's all going. No. I don't freaking know what's happening. But we can do this. I'm so confused. What's going on here? only one in there. What's happening? There's two in there. I don't know what's going on. Oh, interesting. I've never talked about basketball like on a podcast or anything, but that does make a lot of sense. I can see how people would slander Kobe and how the whole, I guess, basketball environment could be not fun to be a part of. I can see that. Let's see here. We're gonna turn the video settings. We're gonna turn these down just a little bit while this continues doing its thing. I want to figure out where the heck all the... Nothing in there. Some in there. Some in there. There's some in there. Oh, it's not going down because there's none in here. That's why. And this is just... Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Hold on. Guys, I'm just dumb. My bad. I'm just dumb. My bad. My bad. I got this. I got this. I figured it out. I figured it out. I figured out what's happening. Hold on. 1 second here. So I know what to do. I know what to do. We do this. Be just a second here. I have figured it out. So first we need more of the shulker stuff. I need more of the stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know how else to explain it. I need more of the stuff. Whatever the stuff is. Where did I put the stuff? Okay, there's that. Yeah, we can use that. That's fine. We also need more hoppers. And this is why it's so important to be organized, and I'm not. Now, fortunately, I can make more hoppers. I would really like to not do that. If at all possible. Actually, do I need to make more hoppers? Not really. Let me grab all this. Or most of it anyways. If I do this, it starts going down, right? Yes. Okay, I figured it out. There's a method to your madness? Exactly. Exactly. And people aren't aware. They're like, oh, Splunky doesn't know what he's doing. It's like, nah, dog, I know exactly what I'm doing. Alright, that's number one. Oh, is that why it broke? That makes sense. Well, that makes a lot of sense, right? Because this is... No, that's extended. No, that should be fine. No, that should be fine. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'm being dumb. Okay. So then if I turn this on, it should just work just fine, right? Yes. And then this should be filling up. Yes. Yes. Yes! Okay, I figured it out, guys. Sorry. It took me a second, but we got there. You know what I mean? We got there. We figured it out. Like, it took me a bit, but I'm not entirely dumb. I'm a little dumb. Chicken? No luck. That's alright, though. Put that in there. And then we just go to the next one. We do that. And then we just kind of rinse and repeat this process until it's done. Does that sound like fun to you guys? I imagine you couldn't... I bet you can't think of anything more fun than that. I bet you can't. That's completely full. This is just flying downwards. Let's go. This is just a waste of time, isn't it? Kind of. You know what? There might be a way of making this a whole lot better. Hold on. What am I doing here? 1 second. I actually have to find hoppers. Let's turn this all off. Dude, my brain is all over the place. Blunky, reel it in, dog. Reel it in. My brain is malfunctioning. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We do this. Do this. Okay, we do that. Let's go pick up everything that's inside of here. Give me those. All of this. Give me all of this. And all of that. Then do this as well. And then we run out here. This action. We do this action. I do need the hoppers. We actually have to find those. What did I do with the freaking hoppers? What did I do with the stupid hoppers, bro? You would think I put them in a place where they're easily accessible. Like, that would make a whole lot of sense. But instead, I didn't, and now I don't know where they all are. Yeah, that might be the move. But I have a way of, like, I want to try something really quick and see if it works. Because if it works, then I don't have to worry about any of it. I just gotta find the hoppers. I got mine carts. I know where those are. Down here, maybe? I don't have, like, 4 hoppers, guys. I got 6 right there. Okay, cool. Let me see something. We're gonna try this out really quick. So, what I need to do... remove this. Okay, so those all feed into... this needs to be moved. Oops. Okay, so it should be like this. It doesn't really matter. I can actually do this action. This is awkward. Hold on. Figuring it out, guys. Just give me a moment. I'm making your brain tingle? Well, imagine what I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like the way my brain operates. Okay, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. But here we are. Oh my gosh. I'm making it worse for myself. I can't change who I am. I mean, okay, I can, but... you get what I'm trying to say here. Okay, so this will go into this. And then this... no. Yeah, okay, then we can just, I don't know, fill this up. That. Like that. Okay, so it all goes into there, and then we gotta do this. And it all feeds into this place, and then we just start them. Okay, that's how my brain works. I think it's gonna work just fine. And then all we have to do is go down to the... all we have to do is go down to the chest down at the bottom. Right, let's just make sure it's working. Alright. Ah, yeah! Look at there. Okay. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. It took a second, but we got there. That took way too long to figure out, but we did it. Sugar Sugar, I'm Skibbity and you're not? The hell did you call me? The hell does that even mean? I don't even know what that means, dude. I'm not caught up on this like lingo. This futuristic blah 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 that you spit. What are you talking about? Do I want to be Skibbity? Is that the goal here? Is Skibbity where I want to be? That's disrespectful. Hey, look. I grew up during a time where sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, so... fight me. That's how I feel about it. Do whatever the heck you want with that information, but... I refuse to be hurt by words. My mama didn't raise no punk. Alright, so there's that. Boom, boom. Oh, I want those. Come back this way. Yeah. And then any that don't get caught by me will go into the hoppers and slowly make their way down to the chest below. And this is how we're going to do this, because I'm a genius. You see, do you guys understand what I'm doing here? Do you see how it's working? Do you see how it's all coming together here? You know what I'm talking about? See how good I am at this game? And actually, I can't continue this. Think I trade yacht for the Rizzler if you want to be skibbity? Okay, now I understand that a little bit, Jay. I ain't sticking nothing out for nobody. Alright, except my wife. That's my boo. Alright. Okay. Actually, I have to turn all this off. I gotta go run errands and pick up my son from PDO. So there's that. Let's grab all this really quick. Dang, man, I wanted to collect more of this, but that's alright. It is what it is. We can honestly just let it run for a while, probably. Oh, wait. Yeah. Yeah, we can just let it run for a while. But cool. Guys, I think thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the follows, actually. We got quite a few followers today. That's kind of crazy on TikTok. I hope you guys have an amazing afternoon. Maybe I'll stream this evening. Maybe I won't. Either way, thank you all for the support. You guys have been awesome. I gotta go. I get to go be an adult right now. So love you guys. Y'all have a good one. Peace.